Okay, now we're back and we're going to apply pigments for our eye color. If you haven't used our pigments before, they're a loose pigment colors. We have, I don't know if you can see, but they're loose. You can put it in the lid. Try not to spill it everywhere. We have 34 different colors, so there's going to be a color for everybody. They come in matte and shimmer shades. So, to start with, I'm going to use the pigment in, let me find it, Sexy. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of a glare. But Sexy is a beautiful color. I use it for a lot of different looks, whether I'm using pigments or something else. But I'm going to put it on my entire lid, and I'm going to use the deluxe brush. Okay, the pigments is very important. You know, I've told you all along to just kind of press, which reminds me, I did not put primer on my eyes. So that is a very important step when using pigments. So I'm going to use our Glorious because it's closest. So you can use the Glorious or you can use our specific eye primer. You really, when using the pigments, need something for them to grab a hold of, and so they'll stay, and you'll have a brighter, more intense, true color of your pigments. So, glad I remembered that one. Okay, so to start, you just kind of dab your brush into the pigment, and then you definitely want to tap that off. Some people do it right from the container, and some put it in the lid and do it from there. So, like I said, you just kind of press these on. And again, start with a little, add more as you need it. I didn't bring it in here, but sometimes when I use my pigments, I'll take one of our loose mineral concealers, and Fresh, it's the lightest we have, and I'll just put a cake it under my eyes, and then once I'm through with my pigments, I'll just dust that off, and it gets off any of the fallout, and also leaves a little highlight. So another little tip for you. My highlights are looking red where this is the third time I've put on eyeshadow today. Okay, you can see that this would be a perfect base for lots of different colors. So if you're going to go for pigments and get a set, I would include Sexy definitely in that set. All right, next I'm going to use Adorable. It is the brown I showed you. It's just it's a soft brown. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, not much. And I'll apply that with a crease brush. And I'm going to put it above my brow bone. So about halfway over. If you're a neutral person like the browns, this Adorable is adorable. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's versatile also. You can use it, what you can call a transition color between your deep shade and then your highlight color. So you could use it with just about any color you wanted. I'm trying to do this turn towards you as much as I can, but it's kind of hard because I can't see in the camera very well. Okay, as I said, we'll blend stuff after we get done. Next, I'm going to use one of my very favorite pigments. It's Confident. It's a shimmery kind of gold, bronzy looking color. It's always, since the beginning, been one of my favorites. And I'm going to apply it also with a crease brush. You don't need much, so you really need to tap that off. And then add more if you want. If you need a little more. And this is going to go in the outer V. kind of in the crease and just a little bit above it. And then I just kind of fill in right here in the corner. You see the difference it gives you? And you could use just the sexy and the adorable and be fine, or if you want to add a little more depth to it, just add the confident. Same way over here. Okay, we're going to use the Comfort again in a minute. I would want to blend that just a little bit, not a lot. So I'm going to go with the angled shadow brush that has a sponge on the other end and just very gently blend that confident out into the sexy and the adorable. We've done pretty good. I don't see a lot of fallout under my eyes. Okay, and then before I do an actual highlight, I want to use Innocent. It is a matte pigment that I want to use under my brow. So I'll just put it all over here. Sometimes I go with another pigment, Curious, and I just use it for, you know, the whole color here, but I'm going to add Sexy in also. You can use Sexy for this whole thing. It's just probably a little much sparkle for most people. Okay, and then I'll use the same brush and just get a little Sexy. Put right here on my brow bone, right under my eyebrow. And then also bring it down here in the tear duct. Okay, and now for a liner, I think I'm going to just go with Proper. It is our deep chocolate brown liquid liner for my upper lashes. Same way, start at the outer corner. If you want to start at the inner corner, that's fine too. But just, as I said, don't try to make one long line. Do small, short strokes till you get it all connected. Remember how I told you, sometimes you'll see a space between your liner and your lashes, and just go in with your liner and fill that in. Make your lashes look thicker. If you need help choosing different pigments, please let me know, because like I said, with 34 shades, there's something for everyone. If you've never used a loose pigment, it does take, I think, a little practice to be able to get that just right. When I first tried them, I put some on my brush and started swiping, and it was everywhere. So it's a good idea to, if you've never used them, to get a little bit of instruction on that. Okay, and then for my lower lashes, I'm going to line it with a Confident on my brush. Okay, just wet the liner end of my liner shader brush a little bit and dip it in the Confident and line my lower lashes. I usually start in the corner and end about where the color part of your eye, your iris. That's about where I end it. tend to close your eyes, make them a lot smaller if you line all the way over. And I don't need that for sure. Before we got liners, we always used our pigments for a liner. So we had an endless supply of colors and matte, shimmer, whatever. Before that, I'd never used something like this as liner, so I had to get used to it. So there you go. That is a look with our pigments and how you apply those. And if you have any questions about this and our pigments and need help choosing any colors, just please let me know. And I will see you soon.